Today we have prepared for you another interesting selection of Turkish TV series that cannot be tastes and colors opens today's selection of seriesist. In this selection, there are series of different genres, that is, for different tastes and colors. I will be glad for the likes for mood and motivation. Opens today's selection of series. Our future is a long future. The lives of adolescents, especially those from influential and wealthy families, are filled with many complexities, emotional dilemmas, and social troubles. High school students mostly feel their own impunity, are characterized by wastefulness and reckless actions. The main events of the Turkish drama series tell about the young generation. Ahead of them awaits a variety of different difficulties, first love, losses, and numerous mistakes that can affect their future. Be sure to share in the comments that like the series and whatnot. Of course, I realize that you came to my channel to watch this video and that's it, but I would really appreciate your support. Our channel needs free, but very valuable support in the form of subscriptions and likes. It is very important because without it is very difficult to popularize our content. Please note that our channel has already prepared a lot of selections for you, so do not forget to watch them. Don't forget to watch them as well. We promise it will be interesting, and be sure to write in the comments what you liked and what you didn't. That's all. I'm not going to distract you anymore. Enjoy your next viewing. Cranberry Sherbet. The series tells the story of two families. It's not a simple story, because these families are very different from each other, not only in their social status, but also in their outlook on life. Over the years, the members of these families have been accustomed to displaying their resentment and intolerance towards each other, and sometimes a real scandal has broken out, leading to conflict. Doga, a university student, and Fatih, a quiet, reserved man, fell in love with each other, and soon became newlyweds without thinking about their family's hostile histories. Parents and close relatives on both sides, having learned of the young couple's love, seem to be ready to reconcile and forget old grudges for the sake of the young couple's happiness. However, in reality, everything is complicated by different traditions and family values, and these clans adheres to the opposite conservative beliefs in the approach to family traditions. No one is going to change their foundations to please the young. Fatih's family does not want to let two willful, poorly brought up from their point of view, Doga in their house, and the girl's mother is simply unable to find a place for herself from her daughter's failed marriage. The story of two families with the same truths, but different cultures. A trap. In the center of events is a respected businessman named Aslan. One day, he realizes that his business is under great threat, and then he decides to enlist the help of a professional lawyer. The hero hires Umut, who had great talent. In his affairs, Umut was able to achieve great success. He is a man with great capabilities, a superior mind, and an unusual character. This is exactly the kind of self-sufficient lawyer who doesn't know what of defeat, especially since Umut was well versed in such matters, and Aslan hoped he could use him to save the business he'd spent years building. Although Umut was one of the best lawyers in Turkey, ended after the death of his beloved wife. When the hero hired Umut to solve his problems, he agreed without a second thought. The whole point is that Umut blames it as Aslan in a terrible accident, which once and for all deprived him of his happiness. He was obsessed with revenge, and that's why he agreed to work for a big company of his most sworn enemy. He aims to destroy the firm from the inside, and most importantly intends to make its owner lose his life. Another heroine of the series was a young girl named Gelecek. She is overflowing with ambition, and she is used to achieve the goals set for herself. Aslan's plans begin to change from the moment his daughter comes to him. When Umut saw this charming girl, he could not control his feelings. Also in this story will be involved and one more person, and it turned out to be a young hacker with amazing abilities named Ali. Life today. The series introduces Barış Güvener, a cheerful and patient doctor. The young man has been appointed chief physician at a clinic whose staff they are not accustomed to taking money for surgeries and elementary medical services, which should be provided free of charge. He understands the corruption that goes on here. He works in an unusual hospital, and soon encounters unscrupulous performance of direct tasks of doctors. The medical staff often ask for remuneration for operations, but according to protocols, everything should be done for free. Also, employees try to fill their pockets by false diagnoses, and accordingly, these norms of behavior do not correspond to reality. They are not accustomed to making false diagnoses. Such manipulations call into question the moral and human qualities of the staff, including professional behavioral norms. Barış intends to put an end to arbitrariness so that the clinic becomes the best. There will be no more flourishing corruption here. nor will there be any more illegal actions. Patients should receive the prescribed amount of treatment, completely free of charge. The young man realizes how hard the path will be. Barish does not intend to stop there, as he wants to change everything, making the clinic patient-oriented, not money-making. His youth does not scare him. The talented infectious disease specialist has a lot of experience, which means that he will be able to confront the unsolved problems created by the previous managers. For each patient, Dr. Guvener finds a creative solution that can get rid of pain, cure, change the environment for the better. But despite the challenges, the experienced doctor is determined to take his work to its logical conclusion. My name is Farah. The events of the series will unfold around a young woman. The heroine is forced to deal with the upbringing of her son herself. She worked as a doctor and was able to achieve great success at her professional level. Farah could not even imagine that ahead of her will be waiting for more serious challenges ahead. Her life hit a rough patch after doctors made a terrible diagnosis of her beloved son. Farah is on the verge of despair and realizes that she has nowhere to get such a large sum. But still she pulls herself together and decides to go abroad with her son for her job. After all, she needs to pay for accommodation and some money to eat. In a foreign country, it is very difficult for Farah to find a job. She gets a job as a cleaner in a cleaning company. One day, while cleaning a warehouse, she witnesses a murder. In order to save her life, Farah offers the killers to remove all traces of the murder. She was sure that this cooperation would be a one-off, but after her son is denied free treatment, she realizes that the only chance to save him is to become a mafia cleaner. Soon there is a sympathy between Farah and the mafia boss. The woman tried to overcome these feelings and realized that this man is not a match for her.